24th today newspaper Indian Express. Let us see the first article is all about economy. That is India tops $400 billion target for good export. Okay. As India surpassed its merchandise export target of 400 billion set for financial year 2022. Target was achieved with 10 days to spare. Export crossed 400.8 million on March 21. Okay. What the article is talking about means it may cross the 410 billion by the end of this March month. The export have registered 37% increase compared to 292 billion in the previous fiscal year. That is 21% over the previous record high of export, that is 330 billion set in the financial year 2019. India's trade deficit to record $188.2 billion. The export to spent up global demand that was unmet during the major waves of COVID-19 pandemic. Expansionary monetary policy by developed economies in response to economic impact of pandemic also boosted demand for Indian exports. Okay, India's merchandise trade financial year 18, 19, 20, 21 and 22. You can see the difference here in the import and export of the goods and their trade deficits. Okay, let us see the detail in about this article. Okay, for the first time ever, India achieved the target it has set for export, making a key milestone for Atmanirbhar Bharat journey. Key drivers of export growth include petroleum products, that is 147.6%, engineering goods 49.7%, electronic goods 42.8%, gems and jewelry 57.3%. Reason for such expansion is demand side, the pent-up demand that was met during the major waves of COVID-19 pandemic, expansionary monetary policy by developed economies in response to the economic impact of pandemic. Okay, supply side is foreign trade policy 2015-20 was extended till 2022. Nirya Bandhu scheme was launched to reach out the new and potential exporters. Niryat Bandhu. Okay, trade infrastructure for export scheme, that is TICE. And market access initiative MAI scheme was launched to provide assistance. A comprehensive agriculture export policy was launched. Remission of duties, that is RODTEP scheme, that is remission of duties and taxes on exported products scheme, and rebate of state and central levies and taxes scheme. Enhancing role of Indian mission abroad towards promoting India's tourism and trade, etc. These are all the supply side reasons for such expansion. Okay, next article that we are moving into is related to rape even if man is a husband, Karnataka High Court. What the article talks about is marital rape. Okay, INA ruling that could help shape debate on marital rape. Man is a man, an act is an act, rape is a rape, but it is performed by a man and the husband on woman's wife. Okay, what the article is all about, what the High Court says, let us see. The age-old regressive thought that husbands are the rulers of their wife, their body, mind and soul should be effaced. While the court did not explicitly strike down the marital rape exception, it forced the married man to face trials for rape charges brought by his wife. IPC section 375 that defines rape carries a crucial exemption. Sexual intercourse or sexual acts by man with his own wife, the wife not being under 18 years of age, is not rape. The institution of marriage does not confer, cannot confer, and in considered view should not constitute to confer any special male privileges or license for unleashing a brutal beast. If it is punishable to a man, it should be punishable to a man, albeit the man being husband. Brutal act of sexual assault on wife against her consent, albeit by the husband, cannot be termed to be rape. Such sexual assault by husband on his wife will have grave consequence on the mental sheet of the wife. It has both psychological and physiological impact on her. Such act of husband scare the souls of the wife. Okay, let us see the legal provision available to women. Okay, presently it is not penalized. Marital rape is not penalized as an issue here. Karnataka High Court highlighted that rape is rape even if the man is a husband. Legal provision available to women are Section 498A deals with the woman being subjected to cruelty. Domestic Violence Act 2005 recognizes forced sexual activity as punishable. Okay. Section 375 of the IPC, unwillingly sexual intercourse between woman and wife over 15 years of age. From Section 375 defines rape and thus immunizes such act of prosecution. Okay, this is what the article is all about. Next that we are moving into is related to. Also, this article talks about Article 14 of the Constitution. All human beings under the Constitution are to be treated equally, be it a man, it is a woman, and others. Any thought of inequality in any provision of law, the court traced the genesis of 371 into Macaulay's Code that became basis of the IPC of 1860. Next article is Ahmed Ahir protest in Gurugram. Huda says will move bill in Rajya Sabha seeking regiment. What the article all about? Protest demanding the formation of Ahir regiment in the army. This is the article about. And unemployed youth from Rivari said Sikhs, Rajputs, Jats have their regiments along caste and community lines. Our demand is the same. This will also solve the problem of unemployment, they are saying. Okay, next article that we are moving into is related to the actor and the MP asked the government if it had any plan to encourage Sanghi artists from Mathura, Vrindavan area, and pointing out that artists from other part of the countries like Madhubani artists from Bihar, Varli painting artists from Maharashtra are promoted through the textile product. Mathura MP wanted Sanghi art on textiles as well. After raising the issue in the House, she met Union Minister Smriti Irani and wished her on her birthday. Is all about the article. Next is Formula Y Supreme Court panel report on silent majority support does not add up. How the panel has recommended against their withdrawal as majority of the farm union supports them and repeal would be unfair to the silent majority. Interacted directly either through the video conference or physically with only 73 out of 306 farmers bodies, 24% which it had invited for consultation. Out of 19,207 responses, only 5,451, 28% came from farmers. 92-page report shows that the committee had invited 306 farmers union and farmer producer organization for consultation. This is what article all about. How Maharashtra government showed seeds of prosperity for soybean farmers. Let us see. Okay. Wholesale market price in Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, the two biggest soybean producing states in the country, between 7,200 to 7,500 per quintal. From substandard seeds to incorrect seed sowing to inadequate level of moisture in the soil were the several reasons for germination failure. The plan to show an additional crop in Rabi had two primary goals. One, to compensate for losses that a farmer may suffer during the routine Kharif season. Two, to supplement the farmer's incomes even if there is no losses during the Kharif season. Okay. Next article is about Article 355 of the Constitution deals with the emergency provision by which center can intervene and protect the state against external aggression or internal disturbance. Next article is changing face of money. Green bond, digital currency hold promise. Groundwork will need to be done to fulfill it. And the article talks about uncertainty has held back the IPO now. There is no guarantee that the situation will be better in April or May. In fact, 2021-2022 draws to close. Market appears to have reverted to normalcy. And the other two major budget announcement pertains to issuance of sovereign gold bond and central digital currency. Sovereign gold bond raise will be part of the aggregate borrowing program and has to be used for projects such which are environment, social and governance compliant. Next, the central bank digital currency, also known as CBDC, is also an interesting concept. It seems to be the outcome of proliferation of cryptocurrency. Second, if it is going to coexist with the currency, how different it will be for the public for digital payments that are being made today. Okay, that is why central bank digital currency it has to be clear on the issue of confidentiality, as it bound to be the matters of concern. If it is not confidential, even CBDC given a gift to the couple of their marriage will be tracked by the income tax department. Fifth is the issue of security, as any of the financial system that runs on the technology can be hacked. This is what the article is all about. Next article, then let us see in the next video. Thank you. If you like the video, please do share, subscribe and comment.